Welcome to the Anecdote. Yeah, so this week I received a very interesting question from a young man who informs me that he wants to feel good and look good. Okay, he's involved in bodybuilding. However, he lacks the motivation to continue on his pursuit for greatness and achieving that which he aspires to achieve. Okay, but what I'm happy about here is that you have managed to pinpoint the central key, the key aspect that's involved in you feeling the way you do, and that's motivation. Okay, intrinsic motivation to be specific. Okay, you need to realize that intrinsically motivated athletes find the sport they engage in pleasurable in and of itself. Okay, and are maximally motivated. Okay. And there are various sources of this intrinsic motivation. I mean, it could be the continuous learning that the sport affords you. It could be the opportunity to develop an element of mastery or achieve some personal accomplishment, or it could be as simple as the pleasure that you gain from engaging in that particular sport. I mean, whether that be sensory or aesthetic. Well, I know for bodybuilders, it makes them feel really good to do the bicep curls in the mirror and watch the bicep peak and get that mind-muscle connection. Okay, these are all things that come from the inside. Okay, the intrinsic motivation. Okay, I've read the works of Decky and Ryan, Gene Williams, and various other sports psychologists and authors. Okay, and they seem to agree on one aspect, that you have three basic needs. Okay, that need to be fulfilled for us to witness greater self-determination and greater investment in the particular sport. Okay, firstly, that would be competence. You need to feel competent, as in sufficiently efficacious to interact effectively with the environment. Okay. Secondly, you need to feel autonomous. Okay, as in everything you do is of your own choice, your own decisions, of your own volition, that you have options. Okay, and you need to feel connected with others as well, as in being able to perceive or view the relationships in your life with the important people in your life within your various life domains as supportive and respectful. Okay, when these three needs, these three levels of needs are satisfied, we tend to see greater self-determination. And self-determination is key in this aspect, because that's what separates your extrinsic motivation from your intrinsic. Okay, I mean, one could argue that athletes who are multimillionaires in their sports, who make a living from their sports, are intrinsically motivated primarily. Okay, because these are the things that help them get through times of adversity. Okay, the intrinsic motivation, because the extrinsic reward is no longer as effective or no longer as instrumental as it was previously perceived to be. Okay, and research also indicates that the extrinsic rewards can diminish intrinsic interest. Okay, but however, in that same token, extrinsic rewards can also foster intrinsic motivation. So what seems to be central, what seems to be critical in this case is the interpretation, what the reward means to the athlete. Okay, you need to bear in mind that the extrinsic rewards have a controlling aspect. Okay, and this can be detrimental to intrinsic motivation. Okay, however, with that being said, if the extrinsic reward is contingent on personally controllable aspects of performance, we are likely to see an increase in perceived ability, as well as an increase in self-determination. This, in that manner, is what ends up increasing your intrinsic motivation. Okay, so my two pennies, okay, to you, or my advice to you is the following: be that donkey that does not need a carrot ahead of it or a stick to the ass, excuse the pun, to get you going. Okay, let this come from within. Okay, so for this week, that's my antidote for the anecdote. I'm Absalom. See you next time.